Hello, everyone, and welcome to Jemma's Window for August 2020's reading. Now, if you have done the calculations in the box below or from my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com, and you have concluded you are a power year number 5, then you are at the right place. Hiya, fives, and welcome to August 2020, when at least I really thought we were going to be coming out of this virus situation, but we're really not. So it will still influence our reading as of today. Let's take a look at all 3 areas of your life. We're going to take a look at business, love, and then any question that you have. And I do want to remind you, fives, that you only have to calculate your power year number once for the entire year of 2020. Your monthly numbers change, and that's where I come in. So as I shuffle our first deck for your business reading, I do want to remind you that anything I say during this reading for you, 5, is for you. I divide the reading up to be more specific, to make it more interesting, but if words that I say about romance fit your business situation perfectly, those words are for you. So don't get caught up in the technicalities. All of the words are meant for our 5s to hear. And to refresh our memories about numbers, when you are in a year of 5, it's a year of change, and it can be change that you bring on, and it can be change that the universe creates for you to move you into directions that you're meant to be going, because you have certain life lessons to be learned and things to be completed in this lifetime. It is a lot about adventure and travel in this year. It could be a year where you just want to change your hairstyle, to you decide that you suddenly don't want to do the same career or have the same partner or live in the same place anymore. It can be a little bit unfocused because there's so many things on your mind, so many things going on. Now, you're in the month of 4 in August, and 4 is about getting it done, getting it done, getting it done, getting it done. So it's a month of focus for you, real focus. And that focus is on all of the things I've just mentioned. It's on where you live. It's on who you're with. It's on your job and what do you really want. 4 is the building block of every cornerstone of your life that you live. So let's take a look at, for those of you 5s, let's start with 5s that are working, what to expect from the workplace in this month of August 2020. Okay, so what I have here, 5s, is it looks to me like you've already either been told or already made up your mind that there were going to be changes in the workplace for you. And then suddenly there's this stall, this complete stall of, and we all know what that stall could be due to. It's due to everything is slowed down, all over the world, and especially if you're in the United States, everything has really slowed down, and that you were on your way, you were making changes, there were changes you wanted to make. Like I said, there could be changes that someone else promised you or told you was going to happen. And I feel like what's coming into being for you in August, and then, even moving forward, you are in a month of 4, and that's a month where you might get the news or finally get an answer on if what was promised to you is actually going to happen, or if you can possibly get the changes that you wanted to happen, whether they can manifest or not. you're coming from a great card from a major arcana card, which is the Magician, which is the beginning of a whole new frontier, and that's where you're coming from. So that's what you wanted, that's what you were on your way to. It's just the beginning of a new time or thing or opportunity. It's also a card where you made it happen or were really close to maybe making a decision even of what you wanted, and had a plan, so to speak. And then all of a sudden everything's put on the back burner, and here you are waiting. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Or what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Coming into being is the Ace of Pentacles card, which is the beginning and the recreation, where you have to go back now and say, okay, we had it all worked out, or I thought I did, but now I have to revamp moving forward. And this is the month of August that it is done. One way or the other, it's done and decisions are made, and you're going to start all over again, revamping an idea or plans that were on their way in the workplace. Okay, fives, let's take a look at, for those of you who are looking for work or waiting for someone to call or an opportunity. And I have here, the first thing, the card that fell out is the delayed success card. And that does represent a 9, and we are going into September, so, okay. So again, I have a card that indicates the right timing. And I'm sorry, fives. It is going to come to a conclusion in this month of August. Again, even for you, those of you who are looking for work, or those of you who may be working and have put feelers out for something else, everything is just one big flat delay. And the card coming into fruition is the Tower card, where it's like things just don't work out. It's just kind of a miss for this month of 4. But you do get answers as to what's going on. So at least, you can start moving forward and move on and get away from certain things that you thought were going to work out for you, or connections that you thought were going to work out for you. So it just looks to me that for some of you, maybe even the majority of the fives that are listening, that need to hear that it's going to become clearer for you in the month of August to determine that enough waiting already, I really have to make some different decisions and make a move in a different direction. That's what it looks like for you, fives. It's interesting that both reads, when it comes to having a job and not having a job, or waiting to hear something, are very similar. And that happens a lot when I do these readings. And I do private readings too, of course, but this is a general reading. And it's interesting that for all of you, it's just kind of in flux, but maybe you'll get that final, a little piece of information or rumor or definite that you say, okay, enough. I've got to make some decisions and change some things. Let's take a look at romance, fives, and let's see what goes on there. You're in this month of 5. Now, with the month of 5 with romance, anything goes. Anything goes. And you're in the month of 4, which is, I said the year, I meant the year of 5. You're in the month of 4, and the month of 4 can be that you decide to commit, or you find out that this person isn't right for you, because it's a month of getting things done. So let's take a look for those of you who are in a relationship. So, we're following a theme here, in the month of 4 of decision making, and it's of you making decisions. And I feel like you are, and I'm going to say the word finally, because that's the feeling that I have. I feel like you are finally influenced enough by people who have your best interest at heart. Friends, your family, you've been in this relationship, or the relationship is on hold because you're not married and you're holed up at different houses in different states or something like that. And you've been getting, hints or influences from other people of, this and that about the partner, or this and that about, you really are right about, something that's on your mind. Maybe you've wanted to relocate and move in with them, or maybe you've wanted them to move in with you, or maybe you've thought that, why am I hanging on to this? It's not working. I feel like you've had people whispering in your ear for quite a while, and you've been fighting it. And I think that you finally make a decision that, yeah, I am right about such and such, or they are right about such and such, and I've been putting it off, bringing it up. I'm sorry if I just got a little confusing there. In my mind, I had a picture that I was describing, but I think that something finally comes to a head in the relationship that you're in, and the decision that you make may not be popular with your partner as much as it is popular with those around you who are on your side. Fives, let's take a look at those of you looking for love. Now, any of these words that I am saying may fit your scenario, so take them and use them. Let's take a look, but let's still try to be specific and take a look at, I get this card again about the waiting and the waiting and the waiting. And so here we're looking at fives who are looking for a relationship. Jeez, and this is a different deck. And I have the card of, when the timing is right, fives, that's what the card says. You're going to find the person that's right for you, and you're coming off the heels of the Wheel of Fortune card, which is a card about your ancestors are on it, and they're working on setting up a meeting of you and just the right person, because it's meant to happen in this lifetime for you. But random funky events, it's like, say, this virus, where you're talking to somebody maybe on the internet, but you can't get out to meet them, or something along those lines. You're on hold. And I feel like you may have your eggs in a particular basket, but that you get mixed signals coming into being. Coming into your near future in this month of August, you get mixed signals from them, and or from a particular situation, or from an ex that you're waiting, you're thinking that, it's all set, we've been in touch, so on and so forth, but then it kind of goes awry. I meant to tell you in this reading that in the big picture, when the time is right and the person is right and the stars are aligned, etc., your guides, your ancestors are all around you to make the meet happen. But that you might be in for some surprises in this month of August or going into September, where something that you thought may be working out isn't, because somebody changes their tune, so to speak, or stops communicating, or you hear something that they're back with someone else. The upshot is, as I clear the cards here, fives, because we're going to another section of your reading now, is that there's been a lot of waiting. You're just feeling like you're standing still, and it's it's emphasized in this year, fives, because it's a year of such fluctuation and movement, and you're kind of stuck at home feeling this, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's not too much that you can do about it. Now, maybe some of you are out there. Maybe some of you are out there in jobs, or you're able to see your significant other, and you see these fluctuations or feel them, and it all makes sense to you, and it is happening physically around you. That could happen too. You could be out. You could be working in healthcare, and you could be living with the significant other, but it just seems like for you, things are moving too slowly, and it's understandable because the year you're in is a year where things would normally move quickly. Now, fives, for our last segment, if you would just pick a question, any question you want. It can be about work, it can be about romance again, it can be about any relationship you want or situation. And I'm going to ask the cards, what is the best outcome? What is the best situation that we can expect for our fives in the month of in the month of August 2020? And let's see what we get. Well, what's very interesting here is that you have a major arcana card here, and it's your action card. It's the World card. In my deck, in my interpretation, is that the World card is the culmination of all events. It can be the ending of something. It can be the ending means it's the very beginning of something. To me, in this reading, what it means is that August is a month of many intense answers. You get down to it. You finally get to the end of the road in issues in your life where you finally get an answer. And I don't find it pleasing for many of you, that you really were expecting one thing, but the outcome tends to be another thing. And it's been a bit of a long road for you, and a bit of, judgment, that you have been judging yourself, or maybe you feel that others have been judging you, or not believing you, or leading you on. And I just feel like for whatever is this big issue you're asking about, or issues in your life generally, 4 is about getting it done, and you do get it done in August, and you find out if it's going to happen, if it's going to work, what someone's true colors are. Did the doctor give the right diagnosis? Did you pick the right doctor? And it looks as though you may be in for a tad of a surprise or disappointment, that it wasn't as great an outcome as you had hoped. 5s, hang in there. It's that kind of a year. It just is. And well, I'm going to wish you the best with everything. If you have any questions, please jump onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com, and you can send me a question and clarification, and remind me about what was said in your reading, of course, when you do that. But I wish you the best for August in 2020, because you are going to get to the end of the road on some issues, and that is a good thing, because then you can start picking up and moving on. At least you'll know where you stand. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, 5s. It would be my pleasure to have you. And that is it for now for our August 2020 reading. We will see you next time when you're in the month of 5 in September. Okay, 5s? Thanks so much for joining me. See you next time.